Welcome to another episode of Go FUD Yourself. I'm Ceara, and this is Jake. You might notice that we have a different host today, a host with a lot of hair. How you doing, Jake?
Hey, well, not that much hair. We'll see. We check back in a year. I might have to fly over to Turkey.
Jake, who are you? Why are you here? What's going on?
Let's see. My real boy job is that I'm a core contributor for Kinetic, a lending market that is set to launch on the Flare network. My side job is I'm a community guy in the Hedera Hashgraph ecosystem. I have a meme coin and a lot of annoying memes.
Are they annoying to you or annoying to others?
Oh, they're annoying to others. I love them. A lot of people do not like them.
Okay, so you're like true degen. You started your own meme coin. You're famous on Twitter. You're like the degen-est of degens.
I try to, keep the degen vibe low when I'm talking to my mom. But otherwise, yes, I guess so.
Okay, well, I'm excited about that. So for regular viewers, you may have noticed that we weren't really on last week. I got the ETH Denver flu. And so today's weekend news roundup is more like a whole week roundup. And we have a lot of degen news. In the last week, there was a lot going on chain, which is a nice sign because historically it's been kind of hard to find token or network news. And then just on Friday, we also had some pretty big political news in BRICS. So we're going to go from BRICS to Cosmos. We're going to explore Flare. We're going to explore Dymension. We're going to look at Polymer. I think we're looking at a game, Pikamoon. And we're also going to just talk about what happened with Binance and Solana last week. Jake, are you ready?
I am so excited. I'm about to throw up.
Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about, Jake, is BRICS. These are not like building brick Legos or like Minecraft bricks. It's not even Britain, Romania, Indonesia, Costa Rica. I need an S.
Salvador?
Isn't it El Salvador? I feel like that's
we're taking what we can get.
Anyway, it is not them, but it could be soon because BRICS just had their 15th summit in Johannesburg. For the record, BRICS is Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And last year in 2023, 19 different countries expressed interest in joining BRICS. So this year, at their 15th summit, they actually introduced some new people or some new countries into the organization. So what's interesting is that they invited only 6 new countries out of the 19 that expressed interest. That includes Saudi Arabia, UAE, Argentina, Egypt, Iran, and Ethiopia. Argentina said no, despite having previously expressed interest. And Saudi Arabia has not yet responded. They might have some other stuff going on. This could be a really big deal. Do you follow international news like this?
No.
Right.
I'm American,
No.
so I only know things about America, but also only when they have to do with my favorite color team in America.
Oh, that's really fair. So since BRICS is not blue.
Oh, you assume it's blue? Okay.
Well, I'm asking what color it is. I was thinking about all of the BRICS.
That's private information.
Ooh, okay.
I can't tell you what color I am because the other color will attack me.
That's actually true. But okay, so the big thing about BRICS in terms of crypto actually is the de-dollarization. People have been discussing how there might be a balkanization of the US dollar and how the US dollar might be de-dollarized because BRICS could come out on top. And we've been seeing over the last couple of years, the BRICS nations have actually been trialing different types of central bank digital currencies, and they've been trialing different types of on-chain activities for their banks, which is a pretty big deal. But they actually came right out and said that they are going to forge a new on-chain payment system. Obviously, they didn't come out and say, we're going to knock the dollar on its ass, but they did come out and say, hey, we actually have a plan for this. We've been testing how this might work. So China, Brazil, and India, UAE have trade deals that are already bypassing the dollar. And they're saying, hey, how can we have that on chain? How can we push forward for BRICS and all of our currencies to be more powerful than the USD? And they're looking to diversify away from the SWIFT system because that is how sanctions happen. What do you think an international blockchain SWIFT circumvention might actually look like? Do you think that'll impact your day-to-day life?
Well, here's what I got to say for my fellow Americans out there. The dollar will never, ever fail, ever. It's never possible. We don't have to do any work. We don't have to introduce any new legislation or keep up with trends or clarify regulation. We will just win forever. And the idea that several humongous nations with massive amounts of population and influence coming together to circumvent something that makes the dollar strong, that'll never work.
Well, you are the only country with a Super Bowl, so I can't see anyone else raising their GDP enough to compete.
Sorry, we got T Swizzle. Okay. So you take your little what are these countries? I know maybe one of them. There's
yeah, could you find them on a map?
What?
Could you find these countries on a map?
The big one, I think I could find China, but I couldn't outline it. I could give you just a general idea of where that
like
is.
West of you, yeah.
Yeah, South Africa, out of luck. Sorry. I know it's south.
Well, you don't know
I'm
that
having
for sure.
trouble remembering which one's
South
Africa.
Korea, Lower Canada, Upper Canada. Like, it's misleading sometimes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, well, it's hilarious that you want to poke fun of yourselves as Americans, because the only American news I have for you is that Gensler still hates tokens, except for the new Bowden token.
Thank goodness.
Dog What If, which is a Solana meme coin, is outperforming Doge. It's outperforming Bonk. Bitcoin is up. Pepe and Doge are down. But Bowden, based on President Joe Biden, soared by 830% last week with a trading volume over $23 million.
Good. I support it. I support meme coins that are funny. Okay. And that there is a joke. It's simple as, if you want a successful meme coin, make it something funny. Maybe you can get away with just copying a thing, or being like, no, my mascot's really cool, guys. He drinks my favorite energy drinks. He goes to the skate park. But I've seen the Bowden memes, and they are funny.
Okay. Are you saying that Biden is inherently a joke, or are you saying that they have a good sense of humor?
I'm saying if you look at how the token looks, he looks like a little mutated gremlin man, made in like MS Paint. And that's inherently funny to me. I think MS Paint is the funniest art medium known to man.
What do you say to conspiracy theorists who think that this will impact the upcoming election?
Take a nap.
Yeah.
Drink some milk. I don't know. Put the tinfoil on a little tighter, maybe. I don't think it's gonna mean anything.
Do you think that this has blown up because of the Biden Bitcoin laser eyes?
I think it's blown up because they spelled Biden's name wrong, and there's a little MS Paint gremlin man that's like, and also Biden's done a lot of funny stuff that you can easily make memes of because he's a bit of a goofball.
Well, that is your international news of the whole week. Nothing else happened. So now we have to go on the internet. Have you played Pikamoon?
I can 100% confirm, no, that I have not played Pikamoon.
Cute. Really?
Is Pikamoon the bear, or is it the little rabbit thing that's getting just launched?
I think it's the world.
Okay. Are we on the moon?
Yeah, we're on the Pikamoon. Okay, Pikamoon is on Cosmos. It was made by Orbit, I believe, and it is purportedly the next billion-dollar venture. It has a pretty strong NFT system going on. It's one of those types of games, but it also has pretty reasonable gameplay. It's only in beta, but there are over 7,500 players in that beta, and its native token Pika raised 6 million in a pre-sale. So I don't know, pretty exciting little game that's coming up. But they are really talking about how to be transparent and accessible in blockchain gaming. Do you think that's new for GameFi?
Being transparent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people who make blockchain games just want money, and the
Fair.
game stuff is kind of secondary. That's why a lot of it is just like gotcha type games, or like send your apes on a troop to this thing that's just it'll just give you some text saying what happened, and you'll get some blips, blops, and Gorbis rewards. Most of the blockchain games I've played have been just absolute garbage. I went to that good old Chainlink conference. I don't know if you've heard of Chainlink. Pretty small. There's one guy there who's like, I'm gonna show you my game. We're using Chainlink's randomizer for this game. And it's just like, send your ape NFTs into the jungle. You went to the jungle. You found grips, grops, and glorps. I guess that's a game.
Well, that's kind of like Mad Libs, automated Mad Libs.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, are you not a GameFi fan in general?
No.
Interesting. You know, I met a couple cool games over the last couple years. There was one out of Brisbane, Australia, that was working with local school groups on shark conservation. And so they were kind of doing the NFT trading card style, but then they had a very like Web 2 game that could be played in classrooms. And one of the troubles I have with GameFi is that there does never seem to be a perfect value add for Web 3. It's like, we've built it on Web 2, but we hope that it succeeds on Web 3.
Yeah. I mean, the part that I support about blockchain with video games is, you know, if Fortnite 2 comes out, and I want my skins to go to Fortnite 2, and they won't let me, I'm going to just squeeze out a big old juicy tier. And that's the case for a lot of games where they're like, you unlocked the awesome thing. Okay, we made another one because we have to make one every year. It's in our contract. Okay, buy it again. I don't want to buy it again. So well, in that way, I support that.
Okay, well, the one thing that is interesting about Pikamoon, I mean, yeah, they had a huge raise. Their valuation on sexes is over 30 million, but it is a game out of Pakistan. And many people believe Pakistan is still underestimated globally. So maybe we will see something unique come out of there. Maybe they have some unique and original ideas and talent that we haven't seen yet.
Well, have they joined BRICS?
They haven't been invited yet, but BRICS is going to invite more countries. I want to say organizations or corporations, but I guess we're countries. BRICS is going to invite more countries in October. So stay tuned.
I'm just saying Pakistan might be appropriately valued then, if they're not in BRICS.
Good point. Strong point, Jake. Okay, our next news is about governance and Atom 1 on Cosmos. You're building on Cosmos. Do you know what Atom 1 is?
No.
That's good. I had to look it up too. It's supposed to offer a bridge to enhance the security of Cosmos Hub. The reason that I want to point out that we don't know what it is that there's a pretty big governance structure that is being impacted, like that voted on Atom 1. And it was really surprising that we voted in Atom 1. So basically, in November 2023, Cosmos Hub put forward proposal 848, reducing Atom's inflation rate to 10%. And then they kind of like threw some other things in there about how they might do that. And Atom 1 was one of the forks that would allow that to happen. Only 41.1% of votes were passed in November. And then it took them until now to really come out with Atom 1. So GovGen token holders will decide about Atom 1's initial parameters and how token distribution is going to work, that kind of thing. It's going to launch with 30 validators, so maybe they won't decide as much as they think they will. But the idea here is that we will preserve Cosmo Hub's security model while also having a little bit of inflation outside of the Atom token and instead on the governance token. Do you participate in Cosmos governance?
I do not participate in any governance, even my own.
Why not?
Because I am lazy.
Okay.
And I firmly believe that voting doesn't matter.
Great. Well, since you didn't vote, you won't get GovGen tokens. And because the Atom price fluctuations have been pretty volatile and also have been somehow capped by this governance vote, you might miss out on, this isn't supposed to be a meme coin, but I feel like Atom 1 GovGen token is going to act like a meme coin because it's just like a fork that some people opted into.
Yeah, I don't really. So they're like, okay, we're going to reduce it. Everybody voted to reduce the inflation, but I'm not so happy about that. So I'm going to keep the inflation going over here.
Yeah.
See, this is why maybe voting doesn't matter. Well, I voted to reduce the inflation. Okay, but we're still going to inflate.
Well, they're going to inflate something else. It's not Atom inflation. It's GovGen inflation.
All right. Maybe just take it,
I
Maybe just
like meme coins, Jake.
I like meme coins, but I don't like when meme coins, try to be something other than a meme coin.
All right. Okay, well, this next one is exciting, especially for you, since you're building Kinetic on Flare. Flare Network has, well, they're early investors, which is Layer and Kinetic. So not Kinetic. Layer and Kinetic have extended their commitment to Flare in terms of blockchain for data. So what they've agreed to do is extend token vesting until Q1 of 2026. That is a couple years from now. So that is a pretty big deal. That is not very agile. Limiting token sales to 0.5% in daily volume while reinvesting 50% of proceeds into Flare's ecosystem. The idea here is that it'll protect the community, protect the volatility, but also encourage long-term participation. Is this good news for Flare?
I mean, it can't not be. It seems like really good news. I mean, Flare has a lot of inflation. So getting those peeps to lock up more of their tokens for longer is good for us. Yep. I would like to see more information on how that 50% is being invested into the ecosystem. If it's just paying influencers, maybe I'm not as excited. If it's paying me, maybe I'm really excited.
Yeah, do you think this will impact the Kinetic market at all?
Hopefully all of it goes to Kinetic.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
And if you think you should want to see that too, make sure you write whatever investment council has the mailbox that you can write to.
Make your voice heard, but don't vote. Okay, how about Dymension? Do you use Dymension on Cosmos?
I do not.
Great. I don't think you could have until recently, so don't feel bad yet, but do feel bad in a couple of months. So Dymension is being introduced to Cosmos as a blockchain tailored for settlement. So this is another network on Cosmos that is going to use something called roll apps. This is a primitive for application-specific chains. Basically, Dymension is Tendermint-based Cosmos SDK chain focused on settlement and facilitating communication because everybody's bad at communicating and we need to never stop working on communication. The idea here is that it might be able to bridge or make some sort of multi-network omni-chain with Ethereum, Sol, and everybody on Cosmos. Thoughts? Do you need more communication? Do you want to talk to Solana?
Every time Solana has talked to me, it's been rough. It's been rough. I'll tell you that much. I mean, do you think that we're heading towards that modular cross-chain future?
Well, I think omni-chain is going to be really critical in terms of institutional buy-in, and that seems to be where people want to go. Is that what my DeFi ethos is? Is that what I hope that we do? Hell no, but that's what's happening in terms of regulations and ETFs and so on and so forth. And frankly, all of the networks and all of that all these decentralized assets, it's too complex for an institution. It's too complex for TradFi. And so they're going to try to beat DeFi into submission that way. Groups like Dymension groups like Chainlink, groups like Ripple are going to profit off that.
Yeah.
Jake's smiling because it's the first degen opinion he's ever heard me give.
I mean, I just kind of want some of these chains to just die. Is that too much to ask? I just want anybody who invested in that to be bankrupt and upset and on the street. I just feel like the tokens that I like should succeed and all others should fail.
Great. Well, maybe if you voted, Jake.
The voting.
Okay, a couple other quick things about Dymension. So they did a big airdrop. So if you got some DIM, come talk to us. We want to know about it. Or if you got some RDK, come talk to us. We want to know about it. But they are looking at having different value accrual mechanisms because who isn't? They're looking at having unique tokenomics because who isn't? But the really big thing is that they want the barrier of entry to be so low that it's basically non-existent. So anyone with an idea can spin up a roll app. And the idea here is that they want to just capitalize on human ingenuity. So this is kind of like low stakes VC, low stakes startup studio, low stakes. We have a developer toolkit for you. So if you want to try a roll up, this is your chance. Head on over to Dymension. You missed the first airdrop, but if they did one, they'll probably do another.
I can't wait to see some of the ideas people come up with these roll apps. I'm a firm believer in human ingenuity, especially in the blockchain space. And I'm sure some extremely unique solutions are going to be formed with these roll apps. It's not just going to be 18 more coin flips.
So optimistic.
It's going to be amazing.
What do you think of Polymer? Do you know about Polymer and the Polyverse?
Yeah, isn't it that kind of goop that you put into stuff?
Yeah. So it like sticks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're trying to stick Cosmos to Ethereum.
Why?
Investment.
Okay.
Yeah. So Polymer, which is another roll-up, is supposed to make it interoperable between Cosmos and Ethereum. They are launching a testnet in 3 different phases. 1, Basecamp incentivizes liquidity provision. So exciting. 2, Into the Unknown promotes select decentralized apps to users. And 3, Discovery refines participation incentives. Basically, what this means is that Polymer is going to try to bridge ETH and layer 2 solutions like Cosmos's SDKs, interblockchain communication protocol. The idea here is that it is not only for your crypto, it is for other utility that you might have on Cosmos, which I guess is kind of exciting, except we should maybe master one part before we try to do too much. So are you going to use Polymer?
No, but let me tell you this. How exciting must it be to be Ethereum with everybody just like begging on the street? Please, Ethereum users, please come over here. We'll fluff up your pillows for you. The couch will look just the same. It'll just be on a different network. It'll be comfortable. It's not just these peeps. It's lots of peeps who are like, "No, we're EVM compatible. Don't worry.
Absolutely.
Please don't use that network."
The other thing here, I think, is that people want to make some money. So Wormhole raised $225 million in a private token sale. Layer 0 had a 7-figure Series B fundraise. Polymer has secured $23 million to do this, to make ETH and Cosmos get along nice and fun.
Who paid that? Who's? I just, I get the concept, right? They have a lot of users. Let's make it easy for them to come over here. But why would they though? If they're already happy on Ethereum with all the problems Ethereum has, like, why would they go over there? Oh, the fees will be cheaper. They don't care.
Do you not use multiple networks, Jake? You don't wish your networks got along? You don't wish they all stuck together?
No. I mean, I use multiple networks. I don't really want them to get along because, there's benefits and whatever to multiple different networks. I don't know. It's like, all the networks I use are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to connect to Ethereum. It's just like, when your network is saying, "Oh, we're so much better than Ethereum. but golly, we love them and we just want them all over here. You should do something better that makes people want to come over, not just, say like, well, you love eating at Domino's, so I bought a Domino's pizza. Come to my house.
I served
No,
at my
I like
restaurant.
the pizza. I don't
I
want
was
to go
thinking
over
about this
there.
in terms of cars too. Like we have all of these different, makes of vehicles, and those parts are not cross-compatible for a reason, because they're supposed to have some sort of unique selling proposition. They don't. You drive in all of them. They all get you on the road and on the highway, and you get to go to the place you're going. You just might do it with AC or with paid heated seats or with a bigger steering wheel or whatever. So they don't all need to be compatible, but people are going to have preferences about how they want to get from A to B.
It just seems a little sad.
Okay. What do you think about Binance? Are you a Binance fan?
I am an eternal loyalist to the Chinese government. So anything that they have any kind of their fingies in, I love. So I love Binance.
Okay, well, good, because Binance decided to halt Solana withdrawals last week because there was a big surge in pricing. What do you think about that?
I think that was a great call. And it really shows how stable, how secure and backed up, and they're really on top of everything. We're not even in a real bull market yet, and too many people are buying a token. Oh no, everybody hold on, let me get my loans out. That's a really good sign.
Yeah, I think it's a great sign, because it wasn't just Binance. It was also Coinbase and Kraken and a couple other ones. So the idea here was that people were selling, so the price was going up, but then the price became really volatile because other people were not buying. So if too much was up for sale at once, people jumped on it a little bit too fast or what have you. And so Sol dipped 3.8%. And since Binance accounts for about a quarter of all Sol trades, they said, oh no, oh my God, this is going to be really bad for us. And Sol's going to drop further. And then how will we ever profit off that? Because we make a percentage of all of the transactions. So they just stopped. They just said, hey, you can't do it. We have to find an optimization solution before you can do it, which apparently rolled out on March 9th. So you got 5 days of not being in control of your assets. Wow.
Decentralization at its finest. Thank goodness that these crypto networks have come along and they have solved the banking issues, the financial issues of our modern era.
Do you feel like this is really capturing the degen ethos?
I don't know. I feel like there might be too many words for the degen ethos.
It's definitely what I wanted. I wanted to take all my money out of a bank and put it into an exchange that I trusted, that was built on the idea of human ingenuity, and then I wanted them to freeze my accounts. That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I was really happy about it.
I mean, the Solana people, their network's down all the time. They don't care.
That's a good point.
Yeah, they don't
Nobody
care.
knows. It's fine. Not a huge deal.
Half the time I can't use this thing. Whatever.
That is your news roundup for a whole week, not just a weekend. I gotta give a big shout out to ZK Sync, who made this super cool long sleeve that's way too big for me. Jake, you wearing anything cool?
I'm wearing a black hoodie with no logo.
Perfect. Did you sew it yourself?
I bought it from one of those t-shirt printing manufacturer places because I'm a tall man and I liked the fit of it, but I did not get any t-shirt designs printed upon it.
What a time to be alive. That's your news. There's been a lot of on-chain news, which is really exciting. It means that there's probably some market movement, maybe, which people are pretty excited about. But we are back to our regular programming this week. So tomorrow we're going to talk primarily about Bitcoin and ETH, what's going on with Denkun, what's going on with the halving, do people care, what's going on with prices. We're going to have more degen news on Wednesday. So if you have some news that you want us to share, let us know, including you, Jake. If something's going on with Kinetic, let us know. And then Thursday, we will do the crypto arms race for the first time in 3 weeks. So expect to travel all around the world. Jake, with that, I have to say, go FUD yourself.
I'm trying.